Good afternoon. This is Fred Grunwald, and I'm recording another video about the Prosperity People System. And I'm going to do kind of a rear view today. Hopefully use this video to replace the one that I have on the website, the testimonials. So, looking back, I've been in business opportunities since 2001, and I've been doing them full time. I'm a retired mechanical engineer, and I'm pretty new to YouTube. I have a little over 100 subscribers now, and so thanks to my subscribers. I've been in the Prosperity People System, big ticket program, for 14 months now, and I have done incredibly well with it. Every month I've made over $10,000. Lots of cash on hand. All of these videos usually have people opening up overnight envelopes. I'm getting an overnight envelope tomorrow, but just to show you, one of the things that I love about this program is this. This is cash that has come in this month. It's real. They're real $100 bills. There's $10,000 worth of them in here. I keep them in a safe, and at the end of the month I go to the bank and put it in there. So ever since I started this program, I have had cash. I'm spending cash all the time, and it's just a great way to live your life if you always have cash to pay your bills. And that is one of the things about a big ticket program that is so much better than, when I first started, I was in direct mail, and I learned it. I learned how to do direct mail. I learned about mailing lists, where to get them, how to create your own lists. I learned about mailing lots of letters and using a list broker, not only to get my lists, but to also have my lists put the data up with the list broker and earn commission doing it. I have been very successful in direct mail and have made a lot of money with certain programs. As time went by, the price of postage just kept going up, up, up. The other phenomenon was that the internet the use started to grow. And by the time I reached 2005 and had been doing it for about 4 years, I had accumulated quite a few email addresses. When I ran a program, I would use a little order coupon, and it had name, address, phone number, and we asked for the email, and I saved all of that data. And I started sending emails out online using Constant Contact. Initially, my first venture into online marketing was not successful, and it was because I did not send out enough emails. I sent like 1 or 2 a week, and you got to run your emails like TV commercials. So I tried it again in 2008. And what I've found over the years was that the great majority of the participants in business opportunities are baby boomers, people that are my age or a little older. I'm 64. And those are the people that were, getting the flyers in the mail and reading them. And when I started to go online, I wasn't completely reaching those people. But as the years went by, 2009, 2010, even the older folks that initially did not have computers got them and learned how to check email and operate their computers. And so more and more people were going online to search for and work their business opportunities. So my percentage of my business in 2008 was about 40%, maybe 30% I was getting online. And that percentage, I'm just going by credit card orders through PayPal, or the amount of money that I would get through PayPal. As I advanced and the years went by, that got up to 50, 60, 70, 80, and now it's almost 100%. So it's just a lot easier to do, too. I mean, I've stuffed my share of envelopes, tons of envelopes. I've also used letter shops. I have letter shops that would print and mail my flyers for me. I could mail them bulk, and I did mail them bulk. I was mailing sometimes 30, 40,000 letters a month. And, you just can't stuff that many envelopes. You have to have machines do it for you. But now, by far, the best way to promote is online. And here's the reason. When you mail a letter, it's cost you $1 these days. Most people are going to color flyers, which are a lot more expensive to reproduce. And, they're mailing first class. If you don't mail first class, then it takes too long to get feedback on your promotion. If you mail first class, 3 or 4 days later, after you drop your mail, people are receiving the letters and you're getting phone calls, and so if people are reacting well to your offer or not. And certainly when you promote online, you're getting feedback almost immediately because you can see how many people open your emails. So I think the way to promote is online and by text blast and by phone drop. And those electronic means are just the least expensive way to get the word out. And so there are a lot of people out there that, they start hearing this stuff that they've got to promote online, they've got to do it on a computer, and they've got to write emails and have websites, and it just gets overwhelming to them, and they shy away from a program like that. But what I've done with Prosperity People System is I have built a website so that you can just simply go to this website, use your credit card, and order a text blast. When you join the program, I set you up. I completely do everything for you. All you have to do is send your payment to me, and I will set up a domain name for you. I'll get your 800 link phone number with a voicemail on it. I'll upload the voicemail message that plays, and the only thing that we'll have you do is I'll call you. You'll get on your computer. I will direct you to a website called TeamViewer. We'll download that app together, and then I will be able to share your screen with you, and I'll be able to see what you see on your screen and move your mouse along with you. And that way I can train you and I can set you up on how to promote, and I can show you how your back office works, and I can take some of these fears and you just get rid of them, because you'll have a direct link to somebody that will be able to show you exactly how to do what you need to do. And it is not hard to promote online, especially when you have somebody that can show you how to do it. And this TeamViewer app is free, and it just has really sped up the learning curve for the people that I recruit. I have almost 80 people that I've recruited now and trained every single one of them. And that includes a few of the folks that people in my downline have actually recruited through their advertisements, that they asked me to help them get these people set up and train them. And of course, I can do that. I can even close your sales if you don't like to talk on the phone. I can close your sales, and I charge just 20%. So let's talk about big ticket programs. I'm sure that you're aware that PPS is not the only program out there. There are many, many other big ticket programs. And that's good news for you, because it just lets you know that big ticket programs are out there and popular, and that they're here to stay. When I've got into business opportunities and started working them for the very first time, there was a program out called the People's Program, TPP. And I joined it, and I actually made several sales with the People's Program. You did get a website. It was not nearly as efficient as PPS is. And the reason that I didn't continue on with that particular program is that it just wasn't easy for people to learn how to do stuff with that program. But as time goes by and people become more and more familiar with computers, the big ticket program they just took off. And I've been doing them for 20 years now. And PPS, when I first saw it, I just really was so impressed. I mean, most of these programs, big ticket programs, the videos that they have, they're 30, 40, 50 minutes long, and they tell you absolutely nothing. All they do is present, they showing you people on the beach and driving sports cars and taking tours of their big houses and stuff like that. And I've seen all that stuff. I mean, I just cringe when I have to watch a video because I know that's all I'm going to see. But when I went to the PPS website, and I know the creator of PPS, he used to join my little mail order programs back in 2001, 2002. I've known him for a long time. He's a very smart guy. And he put together PPS, and he just wanted something for himself that worked. His name is Leonard, and Leonard does a super professional job of running PPS and of putting it together. It's the only program where you keep 100% of your sales from the very first sale that you do. The great majority of big ticket programs are what we call one-up programs, which means that when you join the program, you send money to your sponsor, and then you start marketing, and the very first person that you recruit, that person, not only does the sale go to your sponsor, but that person also goes into your sponsor's downline. So when you finally make your second sale, you get the first person to go into your downline and the first commission that comes in. There are other big ticket programs that are popular lately. There are 50-50 split programs where they tell you that all you have to do is market your website and all of the leads will go to them and they will close all the leads and split the sale with you 50-50. Unfortunately, there have been a lot of programs like the Big Profit System and Digital Income System, DIS. BPS is Big Profit System, DIS is Digital Income System. Both those programs were created by the same guy. This guy, he had a server with like 5 programs on it that got shut down by the feds, and so what they were doing was the leads were going to closers, and these closers were closing the sales for themselves, and maybe throwing you a bone every now and again. So I'm not here to drag other programs through the mud, but the reason that PPS only goes up to the $11,000 level, if you think about it, that is equivalent to a 50-50 program that goes to $21,000. So, or $22,000, I should say. You see a lot of programs that go to the $21,000 level, and those programs, when you split commissions 50-50, that's a $10,500 commission. So that's equivalent to our $11,000 sale. And if you ask yourself, what's it, to make $11,000, we go out and look for somebody with $11,000. If you want to make $11,000 in a 50-50 split, you go out looking for someone that you can get to spend 21 grand. Can you imagine that? Joining a program and forking over $21,000, it's just not right. So I call that lead poaching. Well, let's just get back on topic here. I joined PPS 14 months ago, and I have a video that shows me doing $4,500 my first week. just to let you know, I had a gentleman join here recently who had joined a 50/50 program, spent $7,000 doing it, spent another $1,000 doing marketing. The leads all went to his closer, his sponsor, who promised him that he was going to close sales for him, and nothing happened. 4 or 5 months later, of course, he comes to me. He's kind of strapped for cash, and so we get him in with the bonus, and he gets in the $1,500 level and gets bumped to $3,500. And he called some of the leads that came in, and of course, he got the leads and forwarded them on to his sponsor. He calls 2 or 3 of them and ends up with a $1,500 sale just by calling the leads that his sponsor was supposed to call for him, or his closer or coach, whatever you want to call it. And so I got that guy in, and we got him enrolled, and I trained him, and by the time I was done training the guy, he calls me with another sale at $3,500. So he's just taking the leads that somebody else was supposed to close and closed them himself, which is pretty fantastic. Most people are scared to call and speak to someone one-on-one about a new program that they're in. So that's why instead of charging 50%, I only charge 20%, and I'm happy to close your sales for you. We can get on a 3-way call if you like. When you're first starting out, I don't charge you to do 3-way calls with you. We just do it, and hopefully you'll get the knack after 2 or 3 of them. So PPS is a great program now, because for $1,500 you get in and you can get that 48-hour action takers bonus. It applies to every level except the 500 level. So if you join at 1,500, you get in at 3,500. Join at 3,500, you're in at 7,500, and that is the one to get into if you can afford it. If you join at 1,500 and you get bumped to 3,500, you're going to save $2,000. If you get in at 3,500 and you get bumped to 7,500, that's a $4,000 savings. And I'm in at the 11,000 level. For a long time, I was at 7,500. And really, with the way that we're set up now, if somebody joins at 7,500, they get bumped to 11,000. So if you're qualified at 7,500, it doesn't matter, because that person that wants to be at the 11,000 level is going to join initially at the 7,500 level, and then they'll get bumped. So you'll be able to collect and keep all $7,500 for yourself. What do you need to get started with PPS? You just need a decent computer. Hopefully not too much older than 4 years old. Make sure it has Windows 10 on it. Hopefully you've got about 4 gigabytes of RAM and a Pentium i3 or better. Just run it by me, and I'll let you know if it works. And I've had people that their computer was 7 or 8 years old, or it was an old Apple computer. And if they were joining at 3,500 level or 7,500, I just bought them a computer. So, because, you know, that's a lot of commission, and I can afford to do that. So, let's get you in a program where you're going to make some money. PPS is the one to join. If you want, you can reach me at 513-593-4126. You can see my website if you go to cashsensation.com, or here we go. It's the cashdoctor.net. There you go. The cashdoctor.net. I have a 4-page full-color flyer that you can download and get for free. I have a full-color postcard that you can get for free. I have done-for-you text blasts that are a nickel a piece. 149 gets you 2,500 texts. 249 gets you 5,000 texts. They go out to people who have joined a program over the past 90 days or less. They are administrated by my list broker that I've known for 15 years. He has 200 phone lines that they send your blast out on. Order on a Thursday or a Friday, and your blast goes out on Monday and is usually finished by Tuesday. They send you an acknowledgement when you order, and they also send you a response report. So that's it's a company called MSI, and they're the best in the business. So cashsensation.com or the cashdoctor.net. Call 513-715-4300 to leave your callback request. That's this number right here. That is what qualifies you for that Action Takers bonus. Once you leave that callback request, you've got 48 hours to get in. Or simply call me at 513-593-4126. That's my cell phone, and I answer it. You may have to, if I don't have you in my contacts, you may need to leave a message, and I'll call you right back. It's an iPhone, and it doesn't ring when somebody's not in the contacts. Believe me, it makes your day a lot better when you don't get all those robocalls and telemarketers. That's what I love about this program, is that you just have to get your marketing out there. The website does all of the qualifications. When somebody wants to join, they call that callback request line. You get an email that says you have a new message. You open it up, listen to the message, and the person tells you what their phone number is, the best time to call them, and what level they want to join at. I've gotten 78 of those calls, so I hope to hear from you soon. Thanks for listening, and have a great afternoon.